So, our presentation is I Like Myself, America, and you cannot stop me. America. That's it. I just wanted to say America. So I'm Quinta Brunson. That's a picture of me exhausting my mother at the young, tender age of 5. Don't be fooled by her face. She's exhausted underneath of that. I was 5 years old then, and that's around the time that I started being an entertainer. My mom had already put me in dance classes. My brothers and sisters had me reciting lines from SNL and then Living Color, so that's what I wanted to do with my life. The summer of that year was the first time I remember meeting someone outside of my own race. I was at a religious convention with my family, and I met a little girl named Emily, and she was Filipino and white. And that was the first time I had seen someone who did not really look like me at 5 years old. We sat together under a tent, and we colored. And our families were amazed by the fact that we were sharing a coloring book and just having the time of our lives. Didn't even come from the same backgrounds. Emily was filthy, stinking rich. I was not. But we were coloring, and we liked it. And that was the moment I decided that I wanted to make content for people that are not only like me, but people across the globe. So my parents were great. They really fueled me up with a lot of love. They gave me a ton of love, a lot of self-love. They really made me feel like a great person until I didn't anymore. Liking myself, the hardest fight I didn't know I was fighting. So who here has ever turned 18? Anyone? Cool, guys, congratulations. Around the age of 18 is when I realized I didn't really like myself anymore. Why? Not because of my parents, because of consumerism, commercialism, and advertising. They get to you after a while. You see things that tell you you're not cute enough or not Kirsten Dunsty enough. Bring It On was out when I was about that age, so I wanted to be like her. You're not Disney Channel enough, you know? You see these kids and they're living in boats and whatnot. What the hell? Like, how are you living on a boat and in a hotel? I live in a row home in Philadelphia. That's not what I look like. That's not what my life is like. Sweet life, okay, we got it. The moment I really knew was when I looked in the mirror and saw a few things that really disturbed me. My hair wasn't mine. I had already started using like weaves, right? I started putting makeup on. I didn't even look like myself anymore. And I have fake eyelashes, 18 years old. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. So I went through a hard process of relearning myself, liking myself the way I came out, which was difficult here. In this country, it's hard if you're not white to do that, okay? It's hard if you're not tall to do that. It's hard if you don't have big boobs. It's hard if you have not been engineered by a man of America. The perfect body type is actually no one in America, according to men. They drafted it up last year in a magazine, and it's no one. It's none of the women here. So that's hard. How am I supposed to live up to that? There's no way for me to. So I had to really examine myself and say, if I want to be a creator who shares content with people all over the world, I really have to hone in and make sure I like myself. I have to like the person I am. I wanted to create from an honest perspective. I wanted to create in a way that can make others feel good. So I had to feel good myself. And here comes the biggest fight of your life, advertising and you. So I'm going to rip apart this Nair ad. Doesn't it look innocent? Doesn't it look like it's not that bad? It's terrible, okay? Focus for a second, if you will. So who in this room, raise your hand if you look like this girl right here. I've named her Monica. Who looks like Monica? Anyone? No hands. No one looks like Monica. Okay, already, the advertisement is punching you in the face. This isn't you. Okay, Monica is wiping the hair that grew out of her God-given body, off of her face with this little roller contraption, all right? So look at Monica, taking her hair off. And then it says down there, close-up confidence. Okay, I'm just going to break those words down for you. Close-up confidence, use Nair. If you don't, you're an ugly peasant, okay? You don't deserve to be confident if you have hair on your face. It's true. And then at the bottom here, let me see if I can read it up here. For totally touchable skin, Nair. Touch your skin for me right now. Is it touchable? Did you just touch your own skin? Okay. All right, Nair. Take a chill pill. But these things, they affect you. I know it doesn't seem like they do, but they do. You know what I mean? I didn't really pay much attention to stuff like this. You know, I would flip through magazines when I was getting my hair done in a salon or whatever, and I would just flip through and get to my favorite stories. But these images were in my head. It was sending a silent message, but really clear, that you're not what America wants. You know what I mean? And if you're creating things and you want to create things that are true to your perspective, I think it's really important that you decide you like yourself. Helps you create from a very good place. So yeah. Ignorance is bliss, but someone's got to do the dirty work. So the problem with deciding to like yourself is you've smartened up. Now you're aware. You guys are no longer ignorant about that Nair ad. You know what it is, right? So now you're smart. You know you have to beat commercialism and advertising and all of these things, consumerism. So that opens you up. Now you're kind of a single person. You're not with the group think of, oh, I'm not cute enough or blonde enough or tall enough or whatever. You're like, no, I like what I am. But that leaves you singular in this world. But now you're open to make whatever you want. And if you're a content creator, this is like the biggest tool you can have to be really into yourself and like your work and like what's coming out and share it with many. I really wanted my work to share, so I took to our social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Vine, all of these places. My major success initially was on Instagram. I released a series called The Girl Who's Never Been on a Nice Date. By that time, my perspective was very much this. I think reality TV sucks. I think materialism sucks. And you could have put that in a box, and that was my perspective. I didn't like how much money people were spending to look like a certain person. I didn't like reality TV. I thought the Kardashians was trash. I thought Love and Hip Hop, all of that crap, trash. And it's like what we're taking in. So I wanted to make something to kind of fight that. The birth of a perspective. All right, next slide. Okay, so The Girl Who's Never Been on a Nice Date. So this was my first experiment in trying to test my perspective on social platforms.
Can I get some Skittles, some dips, Reese's Pieces, pretzels, and a large popcorn?
A large? You got money. He got money. Get it all for him.
Very simple little thing. Now, at the time, I'm not going to lie and say I knew exactly what I was doing. I didn't. All I know is I wanted to make that. I tested out the Comedy Store in LA, and then someone recommended I put it online, and I was like, okay, that's a good idea. I did. And it shared all over the place, and it was amazing. The comments under people's sharings of this, whether it was on YouTube, Instagram, or whatever, was like, ha, 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 ha. That was me at the movies with my boyfriend. Or people being like, ha, 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 ha. She's so silly. He doesn't have a lot of money. All he did was buy a large popcorn. But I kind of wanted to fight the notion that someone can just buy you a popcorn, and that's very nice, instead of buying you a Benz or a Rolls Royce, which is what Kylie Jenner was setting up for us. I'm really happy with a Jolly Rancher. If anyone wants to give me a Jolly Rancher at the end of this, I'm really good with that. I'll go home with you. Not in that way. I'm saying we can be friends and we can have a good time, all right? You know what I mean? Keep clean minds here, people. So that was a first experiment in sharing my perspective with the rest of the world. So after that, I still realized that was a very niche share. It shared all over, but it shared among a certain community, right? That community I was talking to, the ones that watch reality TV, the ones that grew up seeing materialism, consumerism, and advertising in their faces. So then, one day, I see BuzzFeed.com. My friend Justin invited me in to do a taste test. And has anyone here seen BuzzFeed videos? I would hope. Okay, great, awesome. Thank you for watching our content. So my friend Justin invited me in to be in a taste test. And I walk in, and I see all of these young people creating videos non-stop, making them based off of their perspective. If the first person I met was a Filipino person who was making a Filipino taste test. They wanted to see what it was like if Americans would taste Filipino food. And it was amazing. Sharing like crazy. 7 million shares in a week. And I was like, sorry, nope, 7 million views in a week on YouTube. Amazing stuff. And I was like, I want to make stuff here. I want to figure out how to get my content to share all over the world. And so I started working at BuzzFeed. I did a residency for 3 months, and then I decided to stay, and I've been there ever since. And I was able to create things like this.
Hey, Quinta, can I borrow your stapler?
Yeah.
No, you can't borrow my stapler. What you think this is? This is my house, honey.
Welcome to the meeting. These are some graphs that I made on PowerPoint. Chris, your number.
Yes. Hey, boss man. Could I go before you? I just have a meeting.
Sure, of
Oh,
course.
thank you, Justin. You're so nice.
Anything for you.
Just get a little thing there. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. All right. See you later.
Enjoy that water. Who cut someone at a water cooler? Like, why she thinks she can just walk up and take my water? He wanted to try me and
Hey, did you forward me that email?
Why would you ask me if I forwarded you the email? Why would you do that? You know me, Dimitri. You know me. I'm in these streets. Did you forward me the email? Oh, okay, because that's what I thought. People don't know the struggle that I have when I have to send emails.
Someone here? Allison, Daisha,
Yo, this better not say my name.
Justin.
Oh, no, he did.
Yeah,
Oh.
he did.
Oh.
Yo, I told you to keep my name out your dirty mouth. Why'd you say my name? You
Don't
talking
say
about
it.
me? Don't hold me back.
He doesn't even know. His mom didn't
I'm
teach him, so you
getting
gotta teach him now.
Yo, I say we go teach this a lesson. Quinta, I just wanted to sit you down and apologize.
I forget. Oh, come on, girl. I love you.
I love you too. It's nothing.
I have something I need to say to both of you. Your behavior today has been deplorable. You're fired.
You're
Please leave.
fired. This is your fault.
This is your fault. Stop. Okay, there it is. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. So I really like that video. That was around that was the first video I made when I got to BuzzFeed full time, and I loved it. Everyone shared it, and that was important to me. That wasn't like a narcissistic thing. I wanted to see how far a perspective could share. Something that's important about the place I'm at now in BuzzFeed, which will be important for you guys because you're about to graduate soon and stuff like that, so try to find places like this. I had a community that supported me. Everyone may not have agreed with my perspective, but we had respectable conversations about each other's perspectives. And it's been really important in helping our business grow to what it is now. So that's been awesome. Everyone in that video was okay with me filming around that office, yelling, being able to throw chairs around in order to create that product. Now, I don't recommend that you go into your science facilities and throw chairs around and, like film it. Don't do that. But I'm saying for whatever it is you need to do, make sure you have a supportive community around you. First war, then tea. So, I just love those memes. They crack me up. So we all know a little bit about Marvel. If you haven't seen Civil War yet, that's okay. But basically, there are these two very strong parties, Captain America and Iron Man, with these strong different opinions. Clearly, they respect each other. Clearly, they like each other. They're friends, but they have to go to war. I'm not going to tell you that in the movie, okay? Go see the movie. But what I'm saying is sometimes war is necessary when you have two strong perspectives in a room. Do not be afraid of that. If your perspective is strong and it is solid and you believe in it, then you have every right to back it up. You have to go in a conversation with other people who don't always believe in what you believe in, but if you want to get to a better ending, make sure you're able to have these conversations. They're important. Okay, you know what's more effective than a perspective? A positive one. I'm going to give you two very extreme examples and go with me here. Here's a negative perspective going awry. Hitler. A positive perspective going well. MLK. Two people very talented, very intelligent, have a lot of manpower. But we saw a bad example of that in history, and we've seen good examples of that. The reason why I think it's important to have a positive perspective is because if you're truly an intelligent person and you're educated and people believe in you and you believe in what you're saying, wouldn't you rather affect the world for the better than the worse? That's pretty much it for that slide. That's what I believe in, and I'm sticking to it. New and honest perspectives are what build the future. One of my favorite quotes is that diversity is what builds businesses. I had a very interesting conversation with the woman from Google. Her name is Susan, and she's now the CEO of YouTube. And she really focuses on bringing new talent into YouTube that is diverse. Not for the skin color, not for the type of person that they are, not for their sex, but because of their perspectives, because of their opinions. Those opinions and perspectives help make their videos that we all watch, videos that we all share. And it's building a better world. We've seen videos. A perfect example of this was today, the Chewbacca lady. Have you guys seen this woman? Fantastic. Brought me so much joy. Her video is now up to, when I watched it this morning on the train, 210 million views on Facebook. It's pretty fantastic. Now, that was just a video where this woman is happy. She puts on this mask. It's making her crack up, and we all loved it. It made us all happy. That wasn't exactly a crazy, crazy perspective, but in a way it is. It brought me joy. That woman probably let someone who didn't know what Chewbacca was, whoever that person is, now they know what Chewbacca is. Now they know about Star Wars. Now they know about this woman who's a very nice lady in the middle of who knows where. And now they can talk about this and share this with their friends and their family. Did it help build the future? Maybe, maybe not. There's no way of knowing. But another example of this is some of our videos at BuzzFeed. We're able to make these taste tests, and we get these responses that are amazing. Thank you for making that. Thank you for showing my culture in that way, in this very positive light. We also made a video this year about someone jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. He tried to commit suicide. It was unsuccessful. That story alone got us about 1,000 emails from people who decided not to commit suicide that year. It's really important. You never know how these perspectives that are strong and amazing will change the world and shape the future. Other great examples of this is just TED. TED is a great thing that brings all these perspectives together. You're going to take these ideas and form your own new ideas, and I find that to be amazing. Go change the world. This is a great quote. No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world. Without having these conversations and talking to the people around you, no action can be formed. We have to have these conversations. We have to talk with each other. Your perspective has to be strong, and it has to be bold. This is going to be a testy question, but I want to ask it. How many people in here are not a white man? Cool. I'm pretty sure I have not heard your perspective yet in its most honest light. And that's not just in your storytelling, it's in your work. You come from a different background. You come from somewhere that is different. That is our main export right now in America. Your perspective and your thoughts and your beliefs are important in your work. They are necessary to help build a better future. And guys, that's it for me. Thank you for listening to me talk. I appreciate that. All right, thank you. Did I just come off to you guys? Thank you.